Please rise in body or spirit as you are able as we sing our gathering hymn number 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Clean in, Come In, I'm sorry. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
Here we go. And just for your safety, if you remember last week. Thank you. Okay. Good morning. Woo! And welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Salem. I am Gloria, Holland, serving as your homilist this morning, and we are joined by Janet Stevens, who is going to be our celebrant. I'm looking around. I don't know if there's anyone new here today, but if there is, I think you'll find that today is going to be a bit weird. Well, actually, even if you've been here for 50 years, you're probably going to find that today's going to be a bit weird. We have a few little fun tasks for you to do today. And if you are new, we really don't expect you to participate in that today unless you really love to clean. Because today is our Sparkle and Clean service, meaning that we'll cut our typical service very short, short a bit, and send you off to grab a broom or a dust cloth to do the work of cleaning up this building. And mostly it's going to be the sanctuary, the foyer, and the fellowship hall and the kitchen. It's really not a big task for any one individual when we have several hands working on the task. We have some cookies available in the Hanneman Hall. We're not going to have our typical fellowship hour, but you know, if you want a cookie, grab a cookie. And we thank you for coming today. I hope you have a bit of fun. Thanks.
My printer gave out today, so we're running off one script. So projected on the wall behind me or on the TV at the back, I wonder if how many of you realize that we have the same thing that behind us, behind you is the same thing for us to look at.
Not that we can see it.
Not that most of us who are, hungry. Anyway, so if it looks like we're not looking at you when you're here in service, it's because we're, looking at the giant TV in the back. Anyway, projected there are the words of our shared affirmation. Now, this is a promise, if you will, to join together in spirit and deed for the betterment of each person and the world we live in. If these words have meaning for you, and you feel that you can commit to the message they express, please join me in saying them aloud. Love is our doctrine. Compassion is our way. Here we seek to create a joyful home for free religious exploration, build a community of caring fellowship, nurture the hopes, and serve the needs of our world. It's our tradition here at UUCS to light 3 chalices as we begin each Sunday service. Usually we have a candle there for you. Okay. The first chalice we light is for our members and our friends and our guests. Everybody here today and any other time. I lit it and it worked fine earlier. Okay, fine. Okay. The next is for our partner church in Szymanfalva, Transylvania, Romania. And we light our lantern for the children who are often in RE and for children everywhere. Here you go, you can try that instead.
Yeah, thank you.
These chalices are symbols of our faith, or perhaps I should say our faiths. They are beacons of hope, of possibility, of wisdom and connection, and they shine for everyone. No exceptions. Please join me in singing The Flame into Life. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, show to us beauty, vision, and joy. Spirit of life and peace, we lift up all whose hearts are heavy with grief, those we know and those which go unspoken. We lift up those who feel the pain of regret, regret for things that cannot be undone, and for things not done and now not possible. We lift up those who are hurting, who are lonely, or frightened, or anxious. May they be held in a spirit of grace, of comfort, and forgiveness. May we know when to speak and to offer wisdom, and when to sit in silence and shared companionship. In gratitude and hope, we pray that we may know wholeness in the joy of being together.
Good morning. I'm George Pitter, your Lifelines Lay Minister this morning. The Lifelines Lay Ministry assists the minister in providing compassionate caring for the members of our congregation. We also connect with those who are homebound, and we endeavor to provide a welcoming presence to visitors. We can be contacted on the web, or you can call the office and leave a message for us and we'll get back to you. I have two concerns in the book this morning. The first is from Gloria, Holland, and it says, please keep Janet Stevens in your thoughts as Janet's mother is facing her last days in this journey of life. Mom is getting good hospice care and Janet visits her every day. And this is a sorrow from Carrie Lynn. Please keep me in your thoughts as I have said goodbye to 2 cats in less than 3 months. I'm lost without a cat. Boy, do I understand that. and we light one last candle for all the joys and concerns that weren't shared with us today. Thank you.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul.
First, I'd like to thank Joan. And I'd like to remind you that next week we will have Compassionate Connections. And if you have a concern that's deep in your heart and you'd like some help with that, I believe the group will be up here in front next week. Is Compassionate Connections. So there was a slide, but there it is. Yeah. Yes. And then you move into the back, and it's after the service. Okay. Over the past several years since my retirement, my husband and I have had the incredible opportunity to travel quite a bit. Now, Alan and I have tried to make it a practice to leave the spaces we use in as good a shape or better than we found them. Hotel rooms are left fairly tidy. Campsites are left free from our garbage, and even the tables we use in restaurants are left fairly orderly so as not to create too much work for others after we leave. So you can imagine my dismay, my disgust, really, when, and this has happened several times, when leaving an airplane, as we walk through the fancy pants first class section, we're met with piles of trash strewn all over the compartment. I'm pretty sure the flight attendants walk through first class just as they do the economy section where we've been sitting, with a garbage bag open and ready to receive any trash the passengers might have. How hard is it to just toss the old candy wrappers and the empty chip bags or the used napkins into the garbage bags as the flight attendants pass by? It's really a disturbing sight. It smacks of incredible privilege and little thought for the comfort of others. Fortunately, I don't have to spend too much time of my life on airplanes. But I have spent a lot of time in public school classrooms. Now, everyone who's ever worked in a school knows that the two people who run the school are not the principal and the head football coach, even though they might think they deserve that honor. No. The two people any school employee wants to buddy up with are, can you guess, the secretary and the janitor, right? Now, I was a very active teacher, and in my career, I came up with dozens of hands-on activities that allowed the students to move their desks around, to make collages to use with oral reports, a lot of paper and scissors activities, even at the high school level. By the end of the day, my room was sometimes, well, it was messy. And I cleaned up as best as I could. But by the next morning, we started fresh because some amazing custodian had magically transformed the workspace into an inviting and welcoming and clean area for learning. Now understand that part of each student's responsibility was to use the trash bucket and clean up as best they could, but when 160, or in my case sometimes 180, kids came through a room in one day, that room can kind of take on a life of its own. Now, I believe the custodian truly is one of the most important people in any building that is used by the public, and I also truly believe that while leaving trash on an airplane or throwing empty water bottles and half-eaten lunches on a classroom floor might seem appropriate and acceptable to some, no one has been put on this planet to pick up after me. In fact, starting out with an environment that's clean and well-maintained has many benefits. A clean and tidy environment is, of course, healthier with far less dust. With the dust, cleared away, we see fewer allergies and far less chance of dealing with bugs. In schools, we actually see fewer absences and pride in the surroundings, which often showcase the students' work. In a clean and tidy classroom environment, students are more likely to develop good habits, are more productive, and are far better able to concentrate and are less distracted. Imagine trying to concentrate on an algebra lesson when you're completely distracted by dusty tech equipment or candy wrappers that hang out on the floor beside the trash can. Of course, the same can be said of this space, where we come to join together in community, to sing, to laugh, to listen, to meditate. A few years ago, the worship team discussed the appearance of this speaking area. For a while, it was not uncommon for the celebrants and speakers to bring their coats and their purses and sometimes their big gulps up to the stage. We found those personal items, we found those personal items to be a distraction. So you'll notice that we do try to keep this area around me clear of clutter during our services. And we make some attempt to keep the floor and surface space clear and dusted as well. But dusting these tables is light cleaning, and sometimes we need to deep clean. Today, we all have the opportunity to join together in joyful community as each of us may take on a small or a large task to deep clean the UUCS building. You may want to take on one task, such as cleaning the windowsills, or dusting the furniture, or vacuuming. We have chores in the kitchen and fellowship hall and in the foyer as well. It's great to know that you don't have to do the sparkling clean all by yourself. You may just want to do one small piece as we work together in community. Of course, some of you may not be able to or may not want to help out today, and that's okay too. As I said earlier, if you're new to UUCS, please don't feel obligated to pitch in. And we thank you for coming today. After the service, please find, I think, Lynn Cardiff and maybe Joel Martin in the fellowship hall for cleaning supplies and instructions. Thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it.
As you can tell, we're kind of being casual today. So, as Gloria said, today we'll be asking you to donate your time and energy after the service. Our wonderful facilities team members, Joel and Lynn, and I don't remember who else. Tom and, yeah, okay. Are all here to help out, and they will make themselves known. They'll probably grab you and redirect you as you try to go run out the front door. I don't know. But we do want to get this ready for our new liturgical year that starts next week, and I hope you all show up next week for the beginning of our new service year. But while we're at it, cleaning is great, makes everything look good, but there are bills to pay. So we are going to ask for your financial support as well. As a form of showing your commitment to this place, this community, and the many ministries of UUCS, we're going to ask you to make a financial contribution today. Our Share the Plate partner for September is Home Youth and Resource Center, who provide a variety of services for at-risk youth in our community. We also support the Marion Polk Food Share through donations, which can be placed in the Little Red Wagon, which is in the lobby today. Donations may be made during the passing of the baskets or by using the QR code on your program or through our website, uusalem.org. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Anything you'd like to say about next Sunday?
Oh, am I going that far?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I guess it's time for me to talk. Hi. Are we going to sing our closing hymn?
Nope. You know what? Here's the deal.
You're going to donate.
You're going to donate. They're going to pass the baskets, and we don't have music for you. So Terry's just going to tinkle under this quick little.
Maybe they can chat with each other.
Or you can chat. You can chat. You can make up a song. Anybody want to do an interpretive dance? So if you are new to UUCS, honestly, we're much more organized most of the time. I promise you that. And so why don't you come next week? Sarah's going to be our homilist, but it's going to be our annual water communion. And I'm looking out, and I think most of you have attended a water communion before. It's really a beautiful service. And so I really encourage you to show up next week for that. And you'll see a much, much more organized. We hope so. Well, it is me again. There's a lot going on in our community, and as we start a new year, there's so much to do here. So if you have not currently if you're not currently receiving our monthly newsletter or our Friday email, please sign up for that. You can make a note in the visitors book, which is out in the foyer, or you can call the office, you can email the office, or you can use that lovely QR code again. But But please, please get yourself informed about what's going on, because there's a lot of really cool stuff. Thank you. So, Gloria? We are going to light our social justice lantern. And this lantern is a tradition that we have here that is to symbolize taking the light of our own chalices, which is the light of our own hearts, and taking that out into the community, which each and every one of you do each time you do good works in the community. So, as we extinguish our chalices, I'm just going to say a few words. When we shared the fire of our chalice with the lantern, our flame did not become less. In fact, it becomes more. So as we extinguish our chalices today, remember that the light and warmth goes with each of you, multiplying each time you give grace and kindness to others.
And now will you please rise in body or spirit as you're able as we sing our closing hymn, number 131, Love Will Guide Us. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night. If you cannot sing like angels, if you cannot speak before thousands, you can give from deep within you. You can change the world with your love. Love will guide us, peace has tried us, hope inside us will lead the way on the road from greed to giving. Love will guide us through the hard night.
If you will join hands, please. And join me in our closing words. I love the way you all just kind of stretch out. May faith in the spirit of life, hope for the community of earth, and love for the sacred in one another be ours now and in all the days to come. Blessed be. I think we might hold the record for the most boobies.
I don't care.
I don't either.